Geckos are reptiles that are found on all the continents except Antarctica. These colorful lizards have adapted to habitats from rainforests to deserts to cold mountain slopes. In fact, they are the most species-rich group of lizards, with about 1,500 different species worldwide. This time, stay with us, as we are looking at 10 of the most beautiful geckos in the world. Native to Madagascar and nearby islands, Gold Dust Day Gecko is primarily an arboreal species, which can be found in tropical forests and may also associate with human dwellings. These day geckos feed on various insects and other invertebrates and are capable of eating other smaller lizards. They also eat soft, sweet fruit and pollen and nectar from flowers, often congregating in groups of many individuals to feed off of one plant. However, the males of this species are rather aggressive. They do not accept other males in their territory. As a matter of fact, in captivity where the females cannot escape, the males may seriously wound a female. Endemic to Stewart Island in the far south of New Zealand, Harlequin Gecko is a truly beautiful species with intricately patterned details. In terms of distribution, it is one of the southernmost gecko species in the world. Unfortunately, this species has been assessed as endangered by the IUCN since 2018, owing to its rarity, small range, and declining population. The fact that Stewart Island is overrun with invasive predators such as cats and rats also contributed to declines of this beautiful gecko. Native to Australia, the adorable Smooth Knob-Tailed Gecko is a nocturnal ground-dwelling species that shelters during the day in self-made or other animals' burrows, which it has the ability to seal. The Smooth Knob-Tailed Gecko is considered to be an insectivore, preying on various kinds of insects and other smaller geckos. Amazingly, this species can survive lower temperature and longer exposure to these temperatures compared with other geckos of the region it inhabits. This gives the species a distinct advantage when hunting at night, as it is less affected by the lower temperatures, thus making it quicker than its cold prey. Endemic to Madagascar, the leaf-tailed gecko is one of the smallest species in the genus Europlatus, where the adult size is up to 9 centimeters in total length, including the tail. It usually has a brown or darker appearance to make it look like bark or leaves, with some cases of red or other colors. To further mimic a leaf, its tail usually has notches in it. Even though its primary purpose for plant mimicry is self-defense, it isn't the only defense mechanism the leaf-tailed gecko relies on. When threatened, this gecko will occasionally let out a tremendous scream given its small size in an attempt to frighten off predators. Found in forests, plantations and gardens in West Africa and Central Africa, the Cameroon Dwarf Gecko is a small arboreal species that is popular in the pet trade because of its beautiful coloration. Juveniles tend to be brown in color with a conspicuously red tail. When they reach adulthood, they become a beautiful combination of a yellow head and tail with a light blue body, where males tend to exhibit brighter colors than females. Found only in the Northland region of New Zealand, Northland Green Gecko is one of the rarest and most highly sought-after lizards because of its beauty. It is vivid green with grey or gold-colored markings on either side along the dorsal surface. In 2012, the Department of Conservation classified the Northland Green Gecko as at risk under the New Zealand Threat Classification System. It was judged as meeting the criteria for at-risk threat status as a result of it having a low to high ongoing or predicted decline. Endemic to northwestern Madagascar and inhabits coastal forests to dwell on bamboos, the gorgeous Neon Day Gecko is a remarkable species with flat body and yellow head. It often lives in small groups and primarily active during the day, where it can be seen basking under the sun. Groups of this species would form a hierarchy, and the top male will get his choice of mate first, while the other males will have to fight for remaining females. Inhabiting the arid areas of Angola, Namibia, and South Africa, The adorable Namib Sand Gecko is truly a remarkable species with very pale, nearly translucent body. This skin coloration enhances good camouflage among the sand of the Namib Desert for their survival. They also developed webbed feet as an adaptation to help them stay on top of the sand or bury underneath the sand. They have developed this adaptation due to being nocturnal and needing to spend the days in burrows which are self-dug and then spend the night on top of the sand to feed. Endemic to Hon Quai Island and adjacent Hon Tuong Isle in Vietnam, Canomaspis psychedelica, also known as the Psychedelic Rock Gecko, is an endangered species that was only scientifically described in 2010. This diurnal gecko inhabits granite boulders in densely vegetated country, retreating into crevices or under the rocks if scared. This species has a very small range, with an estimated adult population of slightly above 500 individuals, making it to be evaluated as endangered by the IUCN, with the major threats being habitat loss from road construction and collection for the pet trade. Endemic to a small area of Tanzania, Lygodactylus williamsi is a critically endangered species because of its beauty. In the pet trade, it is known as Electric Blue Gecko. Illegally, wild-caught specimens are widely sold in the pet trade, often falsely promoted as captive bred. Even though this species readily breeds in captivity, hatching the eggs and raising young can be very difficult. Not only that, these geckos are also thought to die while being shipped to market. In fact, pet trade is likely a worse threat to this species than habitat loss.